Okay, so welcome to episode 2 of Bold Inc. We were on probably way over a month hiatus. So we're just going to kind of power through the questions we didn't address during that. Would you like?
Well, to start off, Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, obviously. No, Green Lantern.
Yeah,
obviously.
And now I'm just going to power through all the questions we would have done in...
last month.
Yeah, feel free to read off too.
Mm.
Okay. Yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no,
Well,
yes.
well-
Russell Crowe, obviously.
Well, yeah. I mean, the
Yeah.
effort he gave in that movie was fantastic.
Yes.
Oh, no
I
doubt.
agree. I
Okay.
agree.
No, yes, yes, yes. Yes, Cyndi Lauper, yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't think the Blue Man Group knew about 9/11. So.
We'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree.
Okay. I really don't think they did, but
I think. They
I
did.
still don't think they do.
I don't trust men of that color. Colored men like that.
No.
I really hope that's not taken out of context in the rest of my life.
Yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no. And the prequels were the best ones. That's...
And just addressing one particular letter that we got, it's from James Patterson. James asked me a question personally, and to answer that, you can go fuck yourself. That's what you can do. Go fuck yourself, James.
There you have it. No one is safe. If you wanted to hear the questions, you should have watched the first episode. Because we needed more viewers, and we thought you guys didn't believe in us. So, fuck you.
You know, if we get less than 2,000 views, we take money from children's hospitals.
You
we
see,
take money.
Bold Inc. is very much like fairies, in that we only live so much as you believe in us and clap for us.
Like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like Jesus, yeah.
Yes.
And if you clap hard enough, we can come back to life and do party tricks.
Yeah.
Like Jesus.
Like Jesus.
Like Jesus.
So yeah, where shall we start for our discussion
I can
today?
start with my
Nowhere.
one-day story.
Tell your one day story.
Tell
Okay,
it, please.
so picture in your mind Chris
No.
Jr.,
Oh.
which Chris Jr. in this context was a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
And Chris Jr. is walking to school late. It's like 10 because school has a late start.
Mhm.
And he's walking, and this Mexican lady stops him. Literally 2 apartments away from the high school entrance. And she asks Chris Jr. This thing in Spanish, which I don't remember.
Right.
And all that Chris Jr. says is, "Oh, no habla español." And she goes, "Oh, can I just talk on your phone?" Chris Jr. pulls out his phone and says, "Okay, sure." And she's dialing the phone and putting in, and all that Chris Jr. is thinking of is, if she decides to run with my phone, I can take her. I can take her. And I guess the other person on the other line didn't pick up because she hands it back to Chris Jr. So Chris Jr. says, "Oh, okay, sorry about that." And then she goes off on just her life story in Spanish. None of it understood by Chris Jr. And just all going through. And he doesn't know most of the words to it, but he can tell by the tone. And the words he does understand, it's a very sad story.
Mhm.
And I think her job was lost or something, and she's going to McDonald's now to meet up with one of her cousins. And all that Chris Jr. does is put his headphone back in and says, "Oh, sorry, can't help you. Good luck." And he says good luck, and he walks. And then Chris Jr. realizes that the old Mexican lady, by the way, who's super leathery, like, this is what bothers him the most, is that it felt like if you pulled her skin and back, you could pull it pretty far, and it would take like 2 hours before it resetted.
to her body.
Yeah. And it was blotching and all this weird... Anyway,
So she looked like a raincoat that had been abused.
basically.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And ran through with like bleach or something.
Right.
And
Getting
she's following Chris Jr.
Mhm.
like almost a little bit behind the shoulder, and he realizes, oh my god, she's still telling the story.
This
of
very
her
sad
life.
story.
And Chris Jr. understands none of it.
Mm-hmm.
So he finally gets the entrance to the high school and says, "Oh, bye, good luck," again, says good luck. And she goes, "Oh, okay, thank you very much," and then takes off. And that was the end of that story. That there's no lesson I learned. Or
I think that lessons are overrated.
For nerds.
Yeah.
Lessons are for nerds.
Lessons are for people like Babbage.
yeah.
I'm making a point to make references throughout the show that force you to use Wikipedia. If you want to know who Babbage is, maybe you should look him up. Better yourself, for Christ's sake. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, I learned nothing from that. Other than when I lend people phone, I tend to think about whether or not they're gonna run away with it, and how would I get it back.
And you just thought your first answer is, well, clearly I'm going to beat the crap out of them, even if they're a frail, probably homeless Mexican woman.
Oh yeah, she was carrying like 3 bags.
Oh god, that story just got sadder. You made the sad. Yeah. That got really sad at the end.
There's no jokes. No, we're just gonna leave it sad.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it sad.
Should we leave the next story sad?
You wanna tell a really sad story?
I don't know. Should I get to the Mormon girl because it was the same day? I can get back to that later.
Oh sure.
So if you want to go with yours, that way they don't have to listen to my voice
Right.
the entire time.
Break it up.
Yeah.
Break it up.
I
some.
understand.
I don't have a particularly sad story. I have awesome sauce stories. I've been on a hunt for what? No.
Nothing.
No,
Just that
yeah.
your life's going much better.
Yeah. I don't mean to throw it in people's face, but I'm doing amazing. Everything's going right and crazy sex all the time.
Like Andy Dick.
No! Just stop comparing good things to Andy Dick. Nobody. I've corrected you for the last time. Andy. Okay, I'll tell an Andy Dick story, and then I'll tell my happy story.
Let's make it a challenge for commentators. Like whenever Nick talks about Andy Dick, just to blast him out.
Please
about
do.
How
Please.
horrible Andy Dick is. I want him personal.
I'd love it if you then linked clips to what an ass Andy Dick can be in public. Maybe him getting dragged out of the Tonight Show when he was
great.
ripped.
That was amazing.
Anyway, good friend of mine
You're welcome.
happened to go to Andy Dick's house because he was invited to an Andy Dick party. And an Andy Dick party ain't like no other party. Because it's mostly illegal. And I don't know, it was just it sounded like Rome at the height. It was pure debauch. It was like, it's this huge mansion in the Hollywood Hills. Where the fuck did he get that money, I wonder? But I let it go, and he says, so you go up to this house where there are a few people smoking out front, both
Those are cool.
cigarettes and marijuana, because they're very cool. Because pot's the best idea, kids. And I don't know our demographics yet, so...
Not either.
Me neither.
There's only 30 of them.
That's true, yeah.
Most of them are in prison.
Yeah.
They go into
I
this...
get love letters from one of them.
Well, you're a very handsome... I believe what they call you is a mop girl.
Antonio's been pretty kind to me right now. So he treats me right.
Anyway, so they go up in this house, and it's just packed with, like, actual models, like female models, and then, like, the production crews of shows like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Just, like, unrealistic depictions of gay men who are somehow exist in real life. And so that's the majority of the people there, and athletes who are dating these models.
Okay.
And everyone there is, not everyone, most of the people there are doing cocaine and ecstasy. And apparently, and he goes around and he says, oh, this is Andy Dick's house, where is he? And they said, oh, Andy's in the party room. If you watched our first episode, you might have an idea what the party room is like, but with drugs and liquor.
Yeah. Just as a little bit more of a hint, are they fueled by OPEC and?
I don't have any proof that they're not, so we can say that they are.
You can say, watch the first episode,
Please.
and because we need to build a mythology on top
Yeah.
of ourselves. And no, so it was just one of the most unpleasant sounding situations. And then he described staying there for only about 2 hours before the models started to rush, not run because their legs would break, but rush out of the building. And he says to this ridiculously large man who has his ass out of his pants, where Nick's face is the best. Where's everybody going? What's going on? He says, one of the neighbors called the police. They're going to be here soon. So unless you're leaving, you need to start flushing. Which is apparently there are people who go to enough of Andy Dick's parties, you stick around and you just flush all the evidence of what's been happening before the police get there. And I've just realized I've said a lot of things that could be considered slanderous, so in parentheses, this is hearsay. I don't know that any of this is true. Please don't approach me if you know Andy Dick or any... I don't want to talk to you. But I think I can say that probably
Nick.
is true. Yeah, Nick. You shouldn't have gone to that party.
I know. I'm sorry. He just invited me. It was crazy. I helped his daughter. Apparently, he had a daughter.
Jesus, he has. I was going to say he has a daughter.
Well,
Is this the girl that's locked up in the attic? Like half the
yeah,
time?
it's the same one.
She's the one with the weird eyes who just makes groaning sounds.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not. Well, she's a he.
You ever seen that Venture Bros episode?
Yes,
Where
it's-
Verchance Dean?
It's exactly
It's
that.
that's
exact- yeah.
just woman form.
Anybody has seen that? It's pretty
She's
much
smart.
that.
Did she explode?
Just ugly looking. I don't know, did she?
Did she explode?
Oh yeah, she exploded.
You. Okay, we're gonna not do that. We're gonna move along.
Like Hulk Hogan.
It was like a Michael Bay film.
It was. If you've ever seen, it's like the movie Melancholia overlaid with a Michael Bay film.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Unlike the people listening to this.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed. I know that Chris has clearly seen Melancholia. If you want to see sad blonde women, that's my. That's how I explain. What's it about? It's like a sad blonde girl. That's the movie. It's 2 hours of a sad blonde woman.
Some more Wikipedia stuff.
Yeah, Wikipedia. If you want to know more, maybe we'll do links to some of these. But
Yeah. That seems like a lot of work.
yeah, that sounds like effort.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you can just open the next tab. I mean, do it.
Yeah,
Put your mouse up there. Escape, add a full screen, because obviously you're watching this full screen.
yes.
And tab.
Tab.
That's what I do.
You only need one hand. You can keep masturbating while doing this. That's the bare minimum. I don't know how I can make it easier.
If they are masturbating.
Yes.
The viewers who are clearly masturbating to
We
this.
know some of you are in prison.
Whose voice are they masturbating to?
Oh, I think it's just a blend.
Yeah.
A blend of sexy young.
All
young
of us
men.
combined is
We
like
make,
Ray Charles.
Yes.
Ray Charles.
Individually,
Sugar Ray.
we're about as annoying as listening to like Truman Capote speak.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
without a doubt, yes.
That's why a lot of people logged out when
Yeah.
my story.
Yeah, I remember that.
But together we are like, panty melting deliciousness
Yeah.
happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, Andy Dick.
Yes.
Andy Dick. What, you have more to say
No,
about
I
that?
thought. Did you finish the story?
Oh yeah,
It ends with
that's-
just flushing down.
flushing
Is,
shit.
is there any lesson to learn from it?
The lesson to learn is don't trust Andy Dick. Fuck off. If you're going to trust a comedian, go for someone at least. Even Jim Carrey is slightly more. I would trust him more than Andy Dick.
It's like
That's saying a lot.
It's-
That is.
it's almost every Andy Dick party is like a time. It's like a score attack version of a video game.
Mhm.
It's how many
Really?
drugs you can do before the neighbors call.
Yeah.
The cops, and then everyone flushes.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like that.
It's a game of skill,
Yeah.
and you really
Not for the week.
It's not for the weak,
No,
definitely.
it is not.
It's a marathon game.
Yeah.
You don't do it just once and become an expert. You do it over and over. To be fair, you're probably a drug addict if you're at that party.
Yeah.
So to be fair, it's not that hard.
No.
The hardest part is the flushing, because you're
Yeah.
just saying to yourself, "Oh, that's. I don't know how much time because the part of my brain that understands time is dead." But